Lil Durk might hail from the streets of Chirac, but there's one place that even he doesn't like to venture. Here's why Lil Durk stays away from O Block. Lil Durk. Lil Durk, government name Durk Derek Banks, was born on October 19, 1992. He quickly gained a cult following with his Signed to the Streets mixtape series and signed a deal with Def Jam Recordings. He is known for his emotional and melodic style of rap, discussing the struggles of growing up in Chicago and the violence that plagues his hometown. He has collaborated with major artists such as Drake, Lil Baby, and Polo G, and has released several successful albums and mixtapes. After parting ways with his label, he founded Only the Family, or OTF, which quickly became one of the primary labels based out of Chirac. Lil Durk is one of the most influential artists on the streets right now, and his affiliates are some of the most dangerous in all of Chicago. So why is he so afraid of O Block? Meek Mill. There's no better way to capture why Lil Durk actually fears O Block than referencing what he said when he talked about Meek Mill visiting his hood. According to Durk, when Meek Mill asked if he could come to kick it in O Block, Durk told him, "At your own risk, bro." That means that there's no way for Durk to confirm Meek's safety if he even entered the system and ended up in O Block. So whether officially or not, if Durk can't confirm anyone's safety in O Block, he's probably right to fear it. "Meek told me a long time ago, I want to come to your hood," recounted Durk. And while Meek Mill even asked Durk to hang out with him to ensure his safety in the area, they never ended up getting together out that way. In fact, it was probably best for Meek that it stayed that way, at least according to Lil Durk. Violence. Even Lil Durk is scared of the Chirac violence. In 52 bars, he lamented the violence that took place on the streets, talking about the death of Sheroyd Liggins, who was a reputed gang member and rapper just like Lil Durk. According to Durk, the area is dangerous, and he himself doesn't risk walking around. Everyone knows that crime goes on all around him, and it's more dangerous than anything he could do in the streets himself. Asking why they took Sheroyd, "Gave an inch, they took a yard," he rapped on O Block. It's precisely why Durk doesn't spend much time in his own backyard, instead making sure to live in the better part of town and travel often with the communities outside of O Block. And while he no doubt still harbors love for his hood, it's also no secret that it's dangerous out there. So why would Meek Mill ever want to come to O Block if Lil Durk himself generally fears the area? Warnings. And finally, it's important to remember that Lil Durk isn't the only one who warns about O Block. In fact, according to one survey of crime data, O Block is considered the most dangerous block in Chicago. And not only that, but it's also the place where Chief Keef, another OG in the Chicago rap game, was raised early on. Needless to say, O Block is not the place to be for Lil Durk or any other influential rapper for that matter. And while Durk may consider himself one of the most socially responsible and community-leading figures in music today, he still knows that O Block isn't the place to be. Even his reputation isn't enough to save him from the hitters who roam the street, so it's better to play Houdini and remain out of O Block. And right now, while record books are important in the long run, so is staying alive. Of course, he still makes the mistake of trying to affiliate himself with O Block sometimes. O Block. When O Block recently went up for sale, Lil Durk was one of the first people to voice his interest in buying it. However, his bid was ultimately unsuccessful, as it was quickly purchased by a different entity. While Durk may have lost his bid to buy O Block, it's probably for the best that he stays away from the area and focuses on making music and taking care of himself and his family. In fact, it's so clear that Lil Durk is trying to stay away from O Block that rumors quickly spread he was just capping when he said he wanted to buy it.